What's going on out there, my beautiful people, ladies and gentlemen? You have joined your host, Ron C. And this is the You Won't Say It, I Will podcast. As usual, you guys can find me on pretty much all the streaming podcast networks, iHeart, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher. Hopefully I have Pandora soon. That's a little bit in the works right now. And of course, you guys can find me on YouTube if you're not already looking at me. I am currently starting to record now a lot better than I was before. My old recording days was through my laptop, and I was just getting started, just happy and everything. But yeah, man, it's not like 100% professional, but at least professional looking. Looks a lot better. Probably sounds better too. At least hopefully to you guys. You guys are the ones that matter. I appreciate everybody who's sticking with me, and any future new people that come up. But yeah, man, how you guys doing out there, man? Just like I said last week, man. Look, I'm not playing. My schedule's a little wishy-washy, and I'm always like all over the place, and always got stuff going on, stuff that I need to do, stuff that I want to do, stuff I can't get done. So, I'm always trying to squeeze this in. And, if you guys follow me on my Instagram, like I said I was going to record today. The way my schedule was going, I'm like, nah, I got to get scheduled in today. No ifs, ands, or buts. So, yeah, man, if you guys follow me on Instagram, You Won't Say It, I Will podcast. And, of course, Twitter, YWSIIW podcast. And like I said, YouTube, You Won't Say It, I Will podcast. And like I said, you guys find me on Instagram. You see I posted a story. I'm recording today, which today's real time. Of course, you can be looking at this anytime, but today's real time is actually Monday. And yeah, man, hopefully I'll have this out, in a couple days. Like I said, I'm still getting my little editing up and everything. But yeah, man, I'm just happy to finally be back, man. Like I said, it feels good to be behind the mic. Obviously it's not something I do for a living, so I can really dig when you hear people that talk for a living, like you look at newscasters and other podcasters, sports talk show, radio hosts, all radio people, whether it's FM, Sirius, stuff like that on TV, all that shit's cool, man, and, but all them guys, everybody go to school for that shit. So, they're professionals, they do a little bit more for a living, obviously, than I do, just a little bit more like fun and to the side type thing, I don't expect nothing to come from this, just fill up a little bit of fan base, something to do, something to, of course, give my opinion. And, it's almost like I said before, like I said in the past, I said numerous times, it's almost like a therapy thing in a way, what I'm saying? And, how they always talk about, how guys, especially, they definitely say about, black males, should do therapy. It's always good to talk to somebody a little bit more off of a unbiased type of level. Cause it's nothing wrong. I'm sure there's always somebody in your group, your friend, or somebody in the family. There's always somebody you could talk to, somebody that's cool with shit. When we all got that person, but sometimes it always helps to talk to somebody who just doesn't know you, and give you. Not saying nobody else will give you the best advice, but it don't hurt, and it took me, I don't go to therapy, but I would say, it took me some time, to realize that I'm thinking about it, like, they right, man. Like, people from like, definitely like our community, or at least mine, I should say our, everybody not black listening to me, but, everybody from my community, definitely, I wouldn't say some people are raised like that, but I wouldn't say everybody's raised like that. But, you just come from a background where, you just don't talk about stuff. And, I definitely know I'm the biggest person that just doesn't talk, whether it's good or bad. It's good stuff going on, this and that. I usually don't say too much until I know for a fact something is going to happen or is going to happen, whatever like that. If I'm doing something, creating something, I don't do it until the finished product is done or just about done or whatever. So I've always been that type of person. And whether it just needs to be talking in general, good stuff, bad stuff, I've never been a talker. It's never been like a huge talker. I mean, I could talk and, I can talk and talk and talk, you talk about something good, I mean, I'm going to, I definitely can have a conversation with you about it. And, so, needless to say, what I'm saying, it definitely feels good to be on the podcast. You can just talk, and this feels like, even though I'm not necessarily talking to somebody right here that's right across from me, but at the same time, whether there's camera here or not, before even when I stopped doing the recording I was doing before, and just me and this mic basically, still felt like, you just talking, just having a good conversation, and I don't have no problem having a conversation with an actual person where we're going back and forth. I like that too, but sometimes this feels good just to talk and just talk and that's it, what I'm saying? And sometimes you can't always get that, or unless you go to therapy, because that's what you're there for, what you're paying for. One of the reasons why you're paying for, obviously, you're doing all the talking and you ain't doing no talking, giving no advice or anything, then something's wrong. But yeah, you're there to talk and this and that. So that's the way I see this. It's almost kind of like a therapy. So it definitely feels good to be back. I want to say my second episode in. It's not episode 35, but after being a year off from not doing this, and finally kind of like changing it up a little bit more again, finally back to recording, but better recording, back being more active on social media, because I wasn't really crazy active like that on my social media. Just when I post a new episode, post a new episode of it up on iTunes and all that. I would tell you guys on there. I might post something random. Other than that, I try to be a little bit more engaged. Hopefully my stuff will get out there, and other people will see and everything. The crazy thing is, I'm actually not even like a big poster on my main page, my personal page, and it's kind of weird, it's always been something about me. It's like, I've never been like a big bragger, or I've never been like, I don't know, maybe like I said, just, again, it's like a therapy session. Like, I sit there and thought about like, why I just don't post it on my main page. Like I did it once, and I like the way I posted it is kind of weird. So the way I posted it was like, I kind of say like, listen to this podcast or whatever like that. I didn't say it's mine. Hey guys, please listen to my podcast. I got a new one, man. I'm talking good stuff. I'm talking this and that and that and this, something that relates to you. Even if it don't, show support, what I mean? Just, help me get some, some stuff up, some ratings up, some numbers up. I really appreciate it, but yeah, it's not, I didn't do that. And I don't know why. I don't like doing that. Like if I win something or did this and that, I don't like people in my business. It's weird. And it's like, you got a podcast, you want motherfuckers to listen, but you ain't posting this shit. So it's like, how is somebody in your business? Dude, I don't know how my mind works. I can't tell you. It's fucking weird. Like, I don't know what it is. It's really fucking weird. But, I do a little bit more word of mouth, and, like, it's crazy. And I give you examples. Like, it's really weird. So, like I said, I told you I'm a truck driver, and I got to go, it's one port that we work out of Chester, PA. And so we go in there, like, we used to talk through like an intercom, but now since like COVID and stuff, they want us to call in and stuff like that, right? So, like, this older lady was like, and she's talked to me plenty of times. Like, she knows like a lot of drivers, definitely the ones you see all the time, especially the ones from like my company that I work for, because we're one of the main companies that be in there. I don't know, she just said randomly out of one day, it was just like, you know what? I just thought about it. It was just like, you have like a good radio voice or something. Like, you ever thought about being on the radio or anything like that? And I just like laughed. I was like, what? And then the first thing I thought about was my podcast. And it's weird because I thought about it and I almost said something. And then I was like, no, I'm not going to say anything. Like, who the fuck does that? Like, dog, you got a whole podcast. How the fuck you don't say you have a fucking podcast? You know what I'm saying? I don't care what this, like, I actually can tell she's like a older white woman. Like, not older, probably like in her 40s or something, I'm sure, like upper 40s. And, like, she's cool as shit. She's probably the one nicest one there. The other ones, man, you talk to, it's just crazy. But that's a whole different story. And so she's one of the nicest one. I thought it was cool that she said that because it was like, it reminded me, like I said, of my podcast. And I'm just sitting here thinking, like, what the fuck? Dog, why the fuck you didn't say that? And I'm like, well, maybe because, like her demographic, her background, I'm just made me thinking like, man, I ain't gonna show this. I ain't gonna tell the lady about my podcast. And she gonna think like, who the fuck is this nigga? Like, how the hell he gonna tell me about his podcast and he gonna hear talking about this and talking about that? I don't relate to this shit. And I can't, what I mean? Like, you can't judge somebody like that because I don't know the fuck she's into. You know what I'm saying? Like, I heard her with music on in the background. So I definitely know she probably definitely have like some type of flavor or something in her. You know what I mean? Like, and what I mean by that is if you not culturally, right in the head, meaning that, you probably like cool with black people. Like, you probably, like some of the music or some of the stuff that we like, basically, with a better way of saying it, I'm sure. But, you know what I mean? And, like I say, she's cool. She's cool as shit. You know what I mean? But some of the music I heard too, she probably like, she listens to both words. Probably listens to like some white music and listens to some black music. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking at me on YouTube, you'll see what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like I said, go to YouTube and, you can watch me do some shit. It'd be slightly different. Sometimes when I do stuff, so I still got this cold a little bit. Sometimes when I do stuff or say stuff, you might be like, is he doing something? Or like, what the hell? It's cool listening to me, but go to my YouTube. I'm just saying. But, yeah, man, it's just, you can tell she listened to, kind of like the best of both worlds a little bit. And, I don't know. It's just crazy, man. And, I don't know. It's just crazy. It just, I don't know. I just thought about that. I thought about that a while ago too, like after it happened. And, I don't know, man. I'm just fucking retarded, seriously. So I don't know. I do didn't get on my my advertisement game, I guess if you want to call it that. Promotion game. That's probably a better word, lack of a better word. Promotion. Probably need to just fucking tuck my tail between my fucking legs and just fucking go with it. You know what I mean? You get the crazy feedback, it's whatever. I don't really care about the feedback, like bad or good. Of course you want good. I don't care about the bad. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I have a couple people that definitely faithfully listens and stuff like that, and has told me what I've been doing and or saying, that has helped me, and it definitely has, I think, helped me with the later podcasts and stuff that I've done, obviously besides these last two. So I don't know, I just gotta think about it a little bit how I'm gonna do it, but I guess in the meantime, I'll be listening to this. And if you normally listen to it, man, look, promote it for me. Help me out a little bit. It ain't costing you nothing. It ain't, definitely if you fuck with me, promote that shit. Tell other people I'm alright with that. Cause for some reason I have a problem doing it myself. So until I figure out a way how to do that, I don't know, let's help a brother out a little bit. Definitely could help. But yeah, the crazy thing actually. And I think I've actually heard that before too. Like I have like a good like a speaking voice, like just the way my voice sounds gets over the mic. Like maybe not right now because I sound like I'm probably still a little sick, which I'm still a little kind of sort of bit is. But like I've heard that like a while ago. Like it's been a while ago. I heard that before, and I don't know, but other than that, besides me going to school for that type of shit, broadcasting or whatever like that, how the fuck else I'm getting on the radio, If you ever heard Charlamagne, if you know who Charlamagne the God is, you ever listen to like his story, how he got like on the radio, how he got his start and everything. Besides him, how he got started, I can't speak for everybody else. I can at least talk about him. The way he got started and everything, grew up there and was about to go to jail and shit. I think he did end up going to jail and then got out and couldn't find a job. Somebody gave him a chance to kind of like do some radio shit. They kind of like put him on the radio for like an hour or two or something like that, and it went from there. Then it kind of like backed off. Then got another gig, and then going to New York and so on and so forth. He fucked with Wendy Williams and stuff. Not in that way, but like on her show and blah blah blah. Then next thing you know, I'm sure some more parts in between, which it is. Now he's Breakfast Club. Now the motherfuckers in the Radio Hall of Fame. So it's like everybody got a story. Everybody got to work and grind. I don't give a fuck about that part. It's just, the opportunities and stuff is like how the hell some people just get them. Besides, obviously the schooling and stuff. Like you can't tell me everybody who's on the radio right now, you listen to your favorite station. Every single person that's part of that station, not just the show. The hours that you listen to this, everybody, went to school for that shit or something, And some people are like I shouldn't say ex singers or rappers or whatever, but they don't do it too much like that no more or whatever. And it's like it's weird. It's easier for them to get gigs. And I think I was talking to my wife about this. Like it's weird that some people don't some athletes don't finish college, or even they do. It's like you can't tell me every single one that does like broadcasting or anything that has to do with like being on like talk shows and stuff like that, like on ESPN or Fox or whatever, and like I said, NBA or NFL players, like they all went to school for like anything in that criteria, whether it's broadcasting or whatever, it don't matter. Anything in that in that field. And it's like I guess you just give them the jobs because, they know what they're talking about, obviously, and obviously they seem like a good fit in personality. Of course, that's always one of the main keys of giving somebody a job. But one of the other keys is, are they qualified? It's like, is everybody fucking qualified? Like, come on. Except for Jason Witten. That motherfucker was terrible. Like, if you heard Jason Witten on Monday Night Football, that motherfucker was bad. He was so bad, that motherfucker quit doing that and went back to football. What the fuck does that tell you? And fuck all that, you missed it. Kiss my ass, dude. You was fucking horrible. That still bothers me to this day. And that just like proves the point right there. But, you get all these other guys been doing it for years now, which is cool. I'm not like hating or anything, but it's just like weird. It's like, besides that, how does your regular folk get, some opportunities and stuff? And I ain't gonna lie, like if I get a good, I was just having a conversation the other day, and I was like, I get a good opportunity, entertainment wise, whether it's something with this, like TV, film, or something like that, and it's something that's worth my while, and I know I can have some type of future endeavors of what I'm getting into or whatever. Sometimes it ain't gotta be right away, but I know it's something that can get me going or whatever. Dude, I'm down for, of course everybody says this, I'm down for entertainment and stuff like that, but nah, I really know or think I can handle that shit. So, but yeah, man, it's just crazy. But yeah, I definitely gotta get my podcast out there. So like I said, you guys can help me out. That'd be a good look. But yeah, so what was it, last weekend? Was it last weekend? Yeah, I want to say last weekend or the other weekend. One or the other. I think it was last weekend. So the Colin Kaepernick like documentary mini-series or whatever. I actually thought it was like a movie documentary type thing. So actually it's like a limited series. It's like 8 or 9 episodes or something like that on Netflix. It's called Colin Kaepernick, Black or White. I forgot when it came out. It came out not too long ago, maybe like a few weeks ago, and within the last month. And so I what to really expect from it. I thought it was gonna be more like I said, more like a documentary, like just talking about him, probably like how he grew up, got where he going, talk about the NFL, shit like that. But yeah, no, actually it was like different, way different. It actually turned out to be pretty fucking good. Like I was like low key addicted to that shit, like since the first episode. Like I said, it's like 8 or 9 episodes, and I watched it like in 2 days. Like that shit was fucking good as hell. Each episode was like damn near an hour to like 50 something minutes. And so basically it's it starts off so he pretty much narrates it in a way. They kind of like he's like in this room, and they kind of like he's kind of like watching the series himself, and it'll go think of it like a TV show. Like it'll go like 7 minutes, then commercial. Then this is how this was like 7, 8 minutes, and then they're kind of like going to him in his room, and he's looking at what we're looking at, and he talks about like what just kind of like just happened and stuff like that. Give a little bit more of a clearer type of thing what just happened. So like I said, it starts off in with him like younger, like a baby, how it got started. He got adopted, which I did know that. Got adopted by this white couple. I believe they already had 2 kids, and they like pretty much older a little bit, boy and girl already. They adopted him. So he's growing up, just it's like basically in so many words trying to find himself. So he knows that he's mixed. He doesn't know, at least in this, I don't know right now if he does or not, but at least in that, he doesn't know his biological mother or father or anything. I don't know if he really knows about his background or past or anything like that in real life, but in the show it doesn't talk about that. But he's adopted by this white couple, and he goes to school and pretty much just goes through kind of being confused. So he has an afro, so he has braids. So he had braids back then too. I give you an example, isn't it? So he had braids back then, and like it's kind of like I say, he's trying to find himself. So he doesn't know what to do with his hair. He doesn't know how to act. He doesn't know like kind of like who to like, and it's weird because like his parents is not like they're not racist, but they're just like they want him to be more like on the white side. So it's not like he's in a white and black family. Like one parent is white and one's black. It's like they're both white, adopted. And it's like, they live in a nice neighborhood, goes to a good school. He's surrounded by majority, probably like upper 90 percentile white people. And so he wants to get braids and stuff, or as you might want to call them, cornrows or whatever. And he gets them done by, like a girl in the neighborhood, or not his neighborhood, a different neighborhood, and he gets them done. He likes them. She did them tight as hell. You know what I mean? You know how the fucking the hood girls doing. They motherfuckers be pulling your shit, tighten the motherfuckers up, and so he kind of liked them, and his mom was like, his dad doesn't say too much. He kind of falls off the mom. Like the mom's not even mean, but he kind of falls off the mom, but he will like interject with some stuff. And, they kind of want him to be himself, but like not all the way himself, In other words, they want them, basically want him to be white. They don't want him to, in so many ways and words, not to be no type of black or anything, or, basically be what the fuck he is, Yeah, he is mixed. He is black and white. He's not just black, but, in other terms, I don't need to say it, what it is. And, and he knew it even way back from being that young. And you talking about middle school, going into high school, and, so he finally, he takes him out. He finally gets his hair done, like, by somebody like in a hairdresser and shit. Somebody professionally does it. And she does it just right. It's not too tight. It's clean, it's fresh and shit. And he's getting them done. Blah blah blah. So now he wants to start playing sports and stuff. He wants to play football, and he's playing basketball. He's already playing baseball. So baseball was his first sport. He was playing that for a minute, and then he wanted to start playing football. And the coaches, definitely, discriminated against him big time, braids or without braids. But with the braids, it's sad because he just started getting them done. He started to find his way. His parents made him cut him off. Like he cut his shit down to like a low afro, like it was crazy because the coaches said he wouldn't either start or play at all if he has braids. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Yeah. So he won't start or play football if he has the braids. They don't want to have braids. So he's like, why in the hell do I have to cut them just for that? Because, rules is rules. He's like, what kind of rules is that? Because of my hair? He's like, the dad is like, well, it just is what it is. So He's all upset, so he cuts him. He didn't have braids long, and it then goes into like the narrator part. He's like, I don't have braids again until late in my years, basically when he's in the NFL and when he's grown and shit, basically. It's fucking crazy. So they made him cut him so he can play on football, and he starts to find the love of football and everything. He plays basketball and stuff, so he's all around sports and stuff. But he was really good at. He was good at. He's almost like the Colin Murray and the Russell Wilson and shit. Like good as shit. Was about to get drafted in baseball and chose football instead. And it's weird how that is because you make a lot safer and make a lot more money playing baseball. Like shit's guaranteed. It's just what you get some stupid 10-year contracts and $450 million. Like it's fucking stupid. Like it's stupid big. And they just love football. So he just loves football. He's trying to get a scholarship and stuff. I'm kind of fast forwarding a little bit. I'm gonna just give you a gist of like how the show was and some examples. And so he's wanting a scholarship. He has scholarships through like damn near all the schools in the country, definitely the big ones for baseball. Actually, I think the Cubs, was it the Cubs? I think it was the Cubs that came to him and was like, we'll just straight draft you and you can go straight into the pros. No double triple A, none of that, no college or anything, no shit like that. And he didn't even want that. He wanted to play football that bad. Nobody was giving him offers or anything. People just thought he just wasn't good enough. In some aspects, some people just thought, well, it's a black quarterback, and this to this day is still that controversy anyway, that is not a lot of us, which it is. I mean, it's quite a few of us now, like, so, you got Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray. I don't know what the fuck Tua is. I don't know what the hell Tua is. And of course, you had Colin Kaepernick. And of course, you had McNabb. But like, so you go backwards now. That's back then. No, it wasn't. It was only a few of them. Even to this day, I mean, it's still just a few. It's crazy. If you really think about it, it's really not a lot. And yeah, man, it just turned out to be a good story. He just So I give you another example too, like how crazy it was of him growing up. So he wants to go to prom. So he finds this girl that he likes in school. She's black, like 100% all black, and not like hood black. She's just all black. So he goes to prom with her. Becomes boyfriend, girlfriend, and stuff. He doesn't bring her around because, he knows that it's weird. Like I said, I mean, and you could take whatever you want from it. You can watch it, and you can kind of like miss and screw. You know what I mean? Like comment. Let me know what you think about it. If you watch it, or what you just get from what I'm saying. Like I said, I don't call them racist. I call them just more like, I don't think necessarily what they're doing is right. I wouldn't necessarily say racist, just not understanding, or I guess ignorant to the fact of what some things are or how it is. And so he has a girlfriend, doesn't bring her around, but he goes around his people, her peoples, I should say, and goes to the prom. He goes to her house and stuff, like, go pick her up. They having like a big dinner and stuff, and it's like he's looking at the food. And let me stop that there. So his mom cooks and stuff, right? And he's always putting like salt and pepper on his shit. Like he's going hard, and like the dad kind of does too. But he don't say too much. Like I said, Colin's going hard. He's put salt and pepper and shit on there, shaking the shit out of it. And he's like, no, I just need a little something. She's like, you sure I did everything just right now? No, just it's good, but just putting a little something on there. And another quick backstory. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just fucking crazy. But yeah. So he goes to prom with her and stuff like that. They have a good time. He's just loving it, blah blah. So they get pictures, right? So he gets a picture. He doesn't say too much about the prom when he come in and stuff. He comes in, he just sets the picture down on the table. So they look at it, and they look at it and was like, oh, okay. Yeah, this turned out to be a nice picture, blah, blah, blah. It's good. It's nice. And they talking to each other, parents. Like I said, Colin walked off in his room, and it's like, oh yeah, she's nice. She looks nice, and so the mom was like, so how long you think this is gonna last, or whatever like that, and I'm like, how long is gonna last? What the fuck you mean? How long is gonna last? Like, it ain't nothing to last. What do you mean? I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers off the chain. So dad's like, oh, I don't know. Maybe just a little phase. So she puts the fucking picture back in the envelope and puts it in the drawer, and that's it. Nothing said more about that. So, but yeah, that's just crazy, man. He ended up going to prom again. He ended up going with a white girl, and they got that picture up with the rest of his brother and sisters, like other pictures, like probably prom pictures and shit like that. And just like, yo, that's crazy, man. I mean, this dude, like, you really gotta look at it. I don't want to say too much of stuff. I ain't gonna spoil it all. Just give you a couple little examples, but like I said, I didn't know what to expect going into it. Actually, though, it was more like a movie documentary, and I found the show. I almost didn't look at it. I'm like, dude, I'm tired. I got enough shows I'm looking at. I ain't got time looking at this. I like, I really want to look at it. Let me look at it. Plus it'd be something to talk about with you guys and shit like that. But I don't know. It's crazy. I thought he was gonna talk more about the NFL and shit like that too. But I guess the comments he made recently was just maybe like from something else. But either way, that was good, man. I recommend that. You guys should really look at that, man. I thought that was cool as shit, man. Like, this dude, like I said, if everything in there was true, even if it was a little bit of fillers, but everything for the most part was true. Yeah. I mean, this dude had some type of trial and tribulations before he even became who he was now, and did the kneeling and everything like that. Like, it's crazy. So it's like, so many ways, like, I really don't blame him just because of off of that, how the fuck he grew up. Like, that's crazy. You got parents, that adopted you, you just accept who you are. I have a mixed daughter, and I don't give a fuck who she bring home and who, how she act and this and that. She's going to know both sides, period. And, I don't give a fuck how you bring home white guy, cool. You bring home black girl, cool. You bring home another mixed person, cool. They Chinese, Indian, I don't give a fuck. Long as they good people, what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Just me being a dad and me being the person who I am in general, I'm probably gonna fucking find something about you and fuck with you anyway. I don't give a fuck what you look like. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I'm sure it look more crazy if they're non-black, but I don't give a fuck. But yeah, man, I don't care. You just let them be who they are, like who their personality is. My biggest thing is you can raise a kid, raise them to have all the morals and this and that, but you can't raise a personality. They are going to be who they are. It's just whatever you told them and instilled in them is if they want to take it with them. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel that they did that right with him. So, he was just confused for a long time until he really, I think he always got it, but, he was just confused and just, hurt in a lot of ways. This dude went through a lot of shit just as a kid, man. It's crazy. He got pulled over while he was learning to drive and everything. They showed in there. It's just crazy. You gotta look at it, man. It's crazy. But yeah, man, shout out to Colin Kaepernick, man. That's just over that, man. You a good dude, man. Just off of that, I mean, we can argue. Other people can argue otherwise, about the other shit. Fine, whatever. But that's how you grew up, man. I can get it. I understand. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But yeah, shout out to you, Colin. Yeah, man. Yeah, go check it out though, man. It's definitely a good watch. Like I said, I did it in a couple of days. I ain't had shit to do anyway, so that's another reason why I got it done in a couple of days. But at the same time, I got it done in a couple of days because it was just that good. Like I said, like eight or 9 episodes. Each episode is like upper 40s, low to mid 50s minutes and stuff like that. So you probably gonna watch probably like depending on how your day is going, a couple episodes here, episode there, shit like that. You can get it done, I believe. But yeah, if you guys check it out or have any comments or whatever what I was talking about with this, man, yeah, let me know if you've seen it already. Let me know. Comment wherever you listening and looking at, man. Let me know what's up. Go on my Instagram. Let me know what's up, man. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, you guys. Again, you guys can find me now on YouTube. I'm gonna try to fucking edit this shit out. I don't know if you guys are gonna notice or not. You probably will. It's still something up with me recording. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing wrong. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but had to kind of like redo the recording again or something. I don't know. I'm gonna need to find. So like I said, if you guys looked at the first video, just stick with me a little bit. I'm still trying to figure this shit out. It's fucking insane. It's actually pissing me off because I don't want to have to keep like fucking with it. And it wasn't gonna do it. It's gonna make me mad and not want to fucking do it no more, or at least the video part. You know what I'm saying? That's the part that actually takes slightly a bit more time to set up, make sure everything's right, just for it not to be right in the fucking editing part and, producing it. Like, I don't fucking get it. It's making me mad. Hear me fucking banging against my chair and shit. But yeah, like I said, you can find me on YouTube. You Won't Say That I Will podcast. You guys can find me on social media. Instagram, You Won't Say That I Will podcast. Twitter, YWSIIW podcast. Of course, the streaming networks, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, iHeart, Pandora soon. You Won't Say It I Will podcast. Google it, all that, whatever, it'll pop up. Look at it, listen to it on all that. Follow me, like, subscribe, all that good shit. Happy to hear from you guys. I answer and talk to everyone. But again, you guys be good out there. Thanks for looking and listening. You guys be good. This is your host, Ron C., and this is the You Won't Say It I Will podcast.